Indian cinema, a vibrant tapestry of stories, song, and spectacle. From its humble beginning in early 20th century to becoming a cultural powerhouse, today we trace the journey of Indian cinema from its golden movement, its global rise, and its promising future. At first, we'll talk about the golden age of Indian cinema. The 1950s and 60s are known as golden age of Indian cinema. Directors like Vimal Roy, Guru Dutt, Mehboob Khan created timeless classic not just for entertainment but for the expression. Films like Mother India, Pyasa, Do Bhiga Zameen cemented cinema as mirror of Indian society, a space for poetry, patriotism, and pathos. But as India evolved, so did its stories and cinema. The 70s saw the birth of Angry Young Man with Amitabh Bachchan. The 90s brought a wave of dreamy romances with Shah Rukh Khan, and in 2000s, a globalized Bollywood emerged, polished, experimented, and ambitious. Now, 2000 was the time where Bollywood went global. Bollywood movie and melodrama resonated across border, from Russia and Egypt to UK and US. With a growing diaspora and digital distribution, Indian film became a global phenomenon. But here's the truth. Indian cinema is not just Bollywood. It is Tamil, Telugu, Bengali, Marathi, Bhojpuri, as well as Assami and many more. Each of which have its own flavor, its own heroes, and its own struggle. Today, we'll talk about tale of two diagonally opposite industry within Indian cinema. It is tale of two cinemas, the Tamil industry and the Bhojpuri industry, and the regional imbalances. First, let's pause and take a deeper look into two prominent regional industries, Tamil cinema and Bhojpuri cinema, both culturally rich but dramatically unequal. When we talk in terms of Tamil cinema, which is the southern powerhouse, we also basically term it as Kollywood, the Tamil film industry, which is a global force. With star like Rajnikant and director like Mani Ratnam, Tamil film have led the conversation in Indian cinema. In fact, it produces about 150 to 200 films per year. Major global audiences in Southeast Asia, Gulf countries, and even Japan are stick to Tamil cinema. It is supported by state policy, film cities, tax benefit, and award and education. Film like Vikram, Jailer, Poniya Selvam have international success stories. But when we talk in terms of Bhojpuri cinema, which have rich culture, but it is very raw, desi. In contrast to Tamil cinema, Bhojpuri cinema is rooted in Bihar, Eastern UP and Jharkhand. It has passionate audience but limited recognition. In fact, it produces way lesser than the Tamil cinema. It produces about 70 to 100 films per year, often which are very low budget. It struggles with infrastructure, lack of funding and poor state support. In fact, it is frequently stereotyped as vulgar, overlooking the deep folk tradition this cinema symbolizes. Movie like Ganga, which was backed by Amitabh Bachchan as a rare polished production in Bhojpuri, have very few examples. This imbalance reflects deeper systematic issues, unequal state support, and lack of branding and social biases against Bhojpuri speaking belt. But change is possible. There is sign of hope. In fact, new age creators are reimagining Bhojpuri content through digital platform and experimenting with films. Ravi Kishan rise to national cinema, YouTube web series in Bhojpuri languages, and regional OTT platform are bridging this gap slowly but steadily. Gang of Wasseypur is a very good example. Though technically a Hindi movie, it showcases how the powerful Eastern dialect, when given creative respect, can be globalized. Whether it is Tamil, Bhojpuri or Marathi, Indian story speak beyond language. The emotion of love, struggle, family are universal. Indian cinema's biggest strength is not their star, but its soul. Indian cinema have a global influence. From RRR to Lagan, Indian film have now headlined global festivals. they have introduced millions to Indian tradition, food, music, and values. Cinema is becoming a cultural bridge, uniting people across continent. And with the rise of OTT platform, young voices are finally being heard. Cinema is no longer just for the metro cities. Digital SS is decentralizing the storytelling. Inclusivity across caste, gender, region, and sexuality is becoming the new narrative. Indian cinema have come a long way, from Raja Harishchandra to Kantara, from Panther Panchali to Sairat. Indian cinema is a universe of stories. Its legacy is not just in box office number, but in emotion it evokes and communities it connects. As we celebrate Indian cinema, let us also acknowledge its gap. Let's support every dialect, every culture, and every filmmaker, from Bhojpuri to Bodo, from Tamil to Tulu. The future of Indian cinema must not just be global, it must be inclusive. This is not just Bollywood, this is not just South India, this is Indian cinema soul, vast, diverse, and ready for world stage. What are your suggestions with respect to Indian cinema? Comment, like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more such videos. Thank you.